What is up, YouTube? I'm God874 here, bringing you guys Week 8 of the PCP. This week we are taking on Coach Shay, coach of the Dallas Starmies. We are going into this game with a 7-0 record, while my opponent is going into this game with a 6-1 record. I am very excited for this battle. I was going to say multiple times throughout this video. It's already happened, but just re-commentating over this, it's going to be really hyped up for the battle. Shay is the league commissioner of the PCP, so that's pretty cool. We just fought Jack in the PTL, who is also a league commissioner in that league, and now we face Shay, so we get to go back to back like that. That's pretty interesting. To recap for you guys, we are actually 0-2 against Shay. We fought him in ABC twice and lost both times, both by only 1. So our games are always close, and I'm hoping that it's going to be a close one this game, and we end up on the winning side instead of the losing side. I'm hoping for that, and I actually do want to win. Well, I always want to win, but I want to win this particular battle because if I win this game or any other game, I clinch a bye week, and that's what I'm going for at this point. I've already clinched playoffs, but I definitely want that bye week just so I can have a break. School's already intact, so having a break off would be kind of nice. But that's kind of it. Reiterate, I'm very hyped up for this battle. In regards to the matchup, our matchup is actually really solid overall. I'm not going to break it down in insane detail just in case we face Shay again in like the finals or something like that. You never know. And I'm not bringing the best stuff in the world, but I'm still bringing a team that I think can win. It's not like a full meme team. It's not really even a meme team in general. It's just I'm putting some stuff on the bench on purpose just in case, you know, or some sets. You get the gist. And that's basically kind of it for this intro. I'm going to move over to Shay's team and we're going to break it down. So my opponent Shay this week has a team consisting of Mega Houndoom, Kartana, Barraskewda, Kyurem, Jellison, Roserade, Sandaconda, Hitmonlee, Ribombee, Electros, and Xatu. Now I expect him to consist of Mega Houndoom, Kyurem, Jellison, Sandaconda, Hitmonlee, and Electros. He could drop Jellison for either Kartana or Ribombee because, let's be real, Shay build style, 5 offensive mons, 1 defensive mon, and he dropped Jellison before Sandaconda any day of the week. And the new mons he has on his team are Barraskewda and 1/3 of the Holy Trinities in Sandaconda, the other 2 being Hippowdon and Mudsdale. But notes I have written down: first, screw Hitmonlee, what a bitch. Second off, his team is very offensive, and that is a little bit annoying to deal with because my defense can only handle so much in a battle. But there's a certain way that I can build to swear to just beat down his team based on what he has. So it's not the worst thing in the entire world that he is a pretty offensive team, but I do have to be careful of that knowing this information. And that's basically the only big 2 notes I have written down. I know he loves Kartana, but honestly, Kartana has kind of a shit matchup overall, so I don't fully expect him to bring it. He might bring it, you know, anyway, but I'm not that scared of Kartana. Webs are kind of annoying. Xatu's a little bit annoying, and even his low tiers are actually more annoying than his higher tiers, to completely honest with you. But that's basically just the kind of the rundown of his team. I don't really have else much to say about it. What I'm bringing this week, it consists of Mandibuzz, Mega Sceptile, Conkeldurr, Ferrothorn, Crustle, and Salazzle. Alright, first up we have Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz is rocking out with the boots, because, you know, that's what Mandibuzz wears every week. Max defense with Foul Play, Toxic, Defog, and Roost. I went back and forth between this set a lot, but I just settled with this in the end. I needed Foul Play. That was a necessity. He's got a Kartana with 181 attack and a Barraskewda with no defense right there. So Mandibuzz had to have Foul Play on it. And then Toxic was just really good for most of his team except for like Roserade, but Roserade doesn't even want to come in on Mandibuzz anyway. Defog was just for webs if I wanted to, had to give them away. My team's not that weak to webs, but it would have been nice to have because, my Salazzle spoiler doesn't have boots. So if webs were away, it makes Salazzle's job a little bit easier and a few other things as well. It wasn't a necessity, but it was just convenient for the team. And it's just, your standard Mandibuzz. It takes a lot of fat physical hits. It will live almost anything from any physical attacker on his team. And that's the really quick rundown of the Mandibuzz. Second up, we have Mega Sceptile. Mega Sceptile is running max special attack, 184 speed, timid to outspeed Ribombee. With the moves Leaf Storm, Dragon Pulse, HP, and Giga Drain. It had hidden power on it. This is just all the coverage I really needed. I had Leaf Storm and Giga Drain because Giga Drain just kills Sandaconda and Barraskewda, while Leaf Storm can muscle its way through a few mons, maybe Mega Houndoom. It does almost half to Mega Houndoom, which is just stupid good. Who else? Hitmonlee, it muscles past that. Even Ribombee to an extent. And in Electros if it's not Assault Vest. So you see, the nice extra power boost would be really nice if I need it. But I would be cooking Giga Drain in most cases, or Dragon Pulse depending on the scenario. And it's just a really good revenge killer overall against my opponent's team. And that's basically just Mega Sceptile. I hope it puts in more work than it did last time, because it died turn 1 last time. Third up, we have Conkeldurr. Conkeldurr is rocking out with Max Attack, Adamant with Assault Vest, Drain Punch, and Mach Punch, Knockoff, and Ice Punch. Basically the same set I've been running for the past like 3 weeks now, just with a different Elemental Punch at the end. This set is just so good. It switches into a few of his special attackers, namely like Curum or something like that. Gel Scent, I have Guts if I get burnt in that scenario. Drain Punch and Mach Punch are just really good, and then, you know, Knockoff. Just it's Conkeldurr. It's gonna hit insanely hard. Nothing wants to lose its item if it doesn't need to. And yeah, I can take hits from super effective hits like Rabombi's Moonblast. I can take Xatu Psychic. I can take. I'm looking lower tier, upper tier. Any like Psychic from Kyurem. I can take all these hits and just destroy them back basically. And Conkeldurr is just a nice overall mon for the team. Fourth up, we have Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn is holding the leftovers with Stealth Rock, Leech Seed, Seed Bomb, and Iron Head. What? This EV spread was kind of whack, and I don't want to reveal it because I might use this EV investment again just because there's so many specific things in this thing. I'd rather just, it's confusing. But it was important to have, so it's a fat wall. It's a standard Ferrothorn. It's the move that I usually run anyway. Iron Head over Gyro Ball just because PP stall on Kyurem is a thing, and I know Shay did do that week 6. That was hard to watch. But outside of that, it's just your standard Ferrothorn. Get up rocks, Leech Seed things down, Seed Bomb, Iron Head, you get it. It is walled by Kartana, but if Kartana's lacking like Sacred Sword, it ain't doing much to me either. And even then, I can live one. A lot of, you know, recoil with the Iron Barbs. It's Ferrothorn stuff. It's just like Mana Buzz, except it's a Ferrothorn. Fifth up, we have the most interesting set on the entire squad, and probably the entire season so far. We have Crustle. Crustle is holding the Focus Sash with Weak Armor. Max Attack, 244 Speed with a Jolly Nature. Moves being a Shell Smash, Rock Blast, Shadow Claw, and Hidden Power Fire. Let me go over this real quick. Alright, first off, Hidden Power Fire knocks out Kartana without a boost, so that was whack right there. Rock Blast is for substitute like Kyurem or whatever if I need to get past that. Shadow Claw was to actually hit Hitmonlee because I needed to hit that thing somehow. And the Xatu I can hit pretty hard if whatever Rock Blast I don't need it for. Shadow Claw was also for Sandaconda, I guess, a way to hit it. And it was for the Jellicent. And I didn't run Knockoff because if Jellicent's going to run Colbur Berry, I'm screwed. But if I have Shadow Claw, just with a little bit of chip on Jellicent, I nuke that thing. And the speed was to make sure I can outspeed everything on his team after a Shell Smash. And that's basically the set. I really hope this puts in work because this is sort of the win con. This is the win con I want to work in the end because I can set up on a few of things on his team. Do I have it written down here? I do not have it written down who I set up on, but I wrote it down somewhere, but I don't feel like they get it up right now. Basically, I hope this puts in the work. And then finally, we have Annoying Ass Salazzle with Sub-Toxic Disable Flamethrower with the Black Sludge. A lot of HP and only a little bit of special attack. Sub-Disable is just so good against any Scarf, Specs, or Bandmon on his entire team. I'm sure he'll bring something to that extent on my opponent's team, and if it's not Scarf, I'll just Sub-Disable it and it's just destroyed right there. His team hates Toxic outside of Rose Raid, and Rose Raid doesn't like Flamethrower, so it's whatever, but I can't poison it, so it's going to be a little bit of a troublesome situation, as well as the Electros, because that thing can volt out and take advantage of my Salazzle. But otherwise, Salazzle has a really good matchup overall in that sense. And that's kind of the team. That's basically it. Salazzle also beats Kartana offensively, so that's something else as well. And that's basically the squad I'm running out with. Not the best squad against Shay, but it's still a good enough squad that I think can win a game against him. But that's going to be it for the team builder. We're going to head over to Pokemon Showdown, and we're going to watch the battle. Alright, we are here on Pokemon Showdown, and he brought a team that I just wasn't expecting, so I definitely have to adjust to it accordingly. And he brought stuff like the Rabombi and the Xatu, which I both weren't really expecting, but hey, they're here. I am going to lead off with Salazzle because I'm expecting either Rabombi or Rose Raid to lead off, maybe to get up hazards, and I feel like I can deal with them. Unfortunately, he does lead off with the Xatu, and that kind of sucks. I am going to sub turn 1 just to see what he's going to do as he throws off a Toxic. So right off the bat, he makes a prediction, expecting probably Mana Buzz to come out. That's pretty nice. I'm just going to Flamethrower, and you're going to see here it does 45%. And that is because I only have 20 attack, and that's actually going to come back to bite me in the ass really hard in this battle, as I'm just going to sub up again just to see what he does, as he just continuously clicks Psychic. He doesn't want to give me these free subs at this point. So here, I'm actually going to go out into Mana Buzz and bluff the fact that I have Knockoff, because barring he has the Colbur Berry, Knockoff should kill this thing. But he throws off a Toxic and gets the poison off as I go for Foul Play, and he has the Colbur Berry. Even without the Cobra Berry, he would have lived that, but still, it kind of sucks that he had it, so I couldn't really bluff effectively there. And now he's just going to roost, and this is kind of the problem, how I sort of under-prepared for the Xatu, being completely straightforward about it. I don't have a crazy amount to deal with this thing, as I'm going to go out into Crustle, and I feel like that's my only good offensive way to beat this thing. And that really sucks because I wanted Crustle to be my late game, but because he led Xatu and I just under-prepared for Xatu, I decided I just used Crustle to break through, as 3 hits does over half, which is really nice. Again, I didn't really play against the Xatu very effectively. I mean, I should have probably just took the hit from Salazzle. Salazzle should be able to take the Psychic because I am max HP, but it happens. Xatu is down finally, but unfortunately I am going to lose my Crustle in the process, as I'm just going to let Crustle go down. There's no real point of saving it at this point. That sucks, but it is how it is. I'm going to bring out Con because I don't think Kyurem can knock me out in one hit, even if he is spec, so I'm just going to Drain Punch. Sandaconda comes out, and this is fine. It does 33%. He is Rocky Helmet, which is like really bad for me, but at the same time, getting Chip on this thing is big because this thing does not get recovery. As he clicks Iron Defense, I was like, okay, that's whatever. Not thinking about Body Press, and that damage is huge. I do not get a Brox here. I do get up a Leech Seed, which I'm not sure is the greatest play. They both have their own benefits. Leech Seeding wasn't that bad in that case. I'm not going to say rocks are better, but it's a weird mix, but it really sucks that I took that damage. That's going to come back a little bit later, as he just throws up rocks against my switch out onto Mana Buzz. I could have stayed in and put my own rocks up there too, but hey, whatever. He does switch out into Electros, preserving the Sandaconda for later, as I just defog these rocks away. Defogs are a little bit annoying for my team, particularly Salazzle and Sceptile, but I just rather have them off the field. Here, I decide I'm in a kind of a pickle. I don't have the greatest switch-ins to Electros, and the fact that Salazzle is really important for Roserade and Rabombi, I want to keep that thing healthy. So I decide I'm just going to end up sacking the Mana Buzz. It's my least useful member at this point, just to get Electros on the timer. As Kyurem comes in and claims another kill. And this sucks because A, I still don't know what this Kyurem set is yet, and B, I can't bring out Ferrothorn because if he is Specs, he will knock me out, and that's just unfortunate it had to be that way, as I find out that Salazzle is faster, so this thing is probably Specs. As I'm going to disable, hoping that he is, because if I disable his Ice Beam and he overpowers me, I'm dead. But he just goes for Ice Beam, so this thing is definitely choice Specs. And again, it sucks because if Ferrothorn was at higher health, I could take a hit and Iron Head him and put him into like Sceptile range at that range. But, you know, you never know. At this point, I get a Flamethrower off, I go into Electros, and this is like a very bulky Electros. This is like either max HP, max BDF, or max HP and Assault Vest, which, you know, it's Assault Vest is a really good item on Electros. It puns out into Rabombi. I'm hoping this thing doesn't have Psychic, so I'm going to kind of bank on that, as unfortunately my opponent does have Psychic. I was not really expecting that, but Salazzle goes down, and that Roserade's looking like a problem in the back. I'm going to go on the Ferrothorn, hoping he doesn't have HP Fire, as he switches out, and I'm just going to throw up my Rocks. Rocks are really good late game for like Kyurem and Rabombi, because Ferrothorn can sort of beat down those two, as well as get some chip on like Electros and the Roserade respectively. I go out into the Sceptile here on the Flamethrower. I'm not sure if that was the greatest play either, but hey, Con could have been there. It's whatever. I'm going to Mega Evolve because I know I can live the next hit as I Giga Drain, and again, this is a very fat Electros. He goes for Flamethrower, so he doesn't have HP Ice. He burns me, which is a little unfortunate. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but it would have been nice to have a little bit of extra health. As I just go for Dragon Pulse to switch up moves, just in case, like, you know, the Rabombi want to come out for whatever reason. So yeah, Electros goes down, and this next turn he brings out the Roserade. I'm just going to go for Dragon Pulse, hoping I can get some damage off on this thing, as he is Scarf. And he's Scarfing the HP Fire because that did not hit super effectively. And looking back, that was a really bad play, because Sceptile beats the Sandaconda. It beats the Kyurem after Rocks, I think, with Dragon Pulse, and I would need a little bit of chip on Rabombi as well. So I would need to play around the Roserade, but unfortunately I just let my Sceptile die there. And I just need to have it go down to Ferrothorn and Conkeldurr. It's not looking that great because I know Kyurem probably has the HP Fire in the back and its specs. What I need to do here, my game plan is, hopefully he brings out the Rabombi here instead of the Kyurem as he sacks the Sandaconda to get damage. As he does, my plan is to Leech Seed on the Rabombi and get as much health as possible and try and crit the Kyurem, because at this point, I can beat the Rabombi 1v1 without HP Fire, but it's just the Kyurem. Unfortunately, Rabombi has HP Fire, so that seals the game right there. I can't beat Rabombi because of A, the health I'm at, and just B, I wouldn't be able to get up to a reasonable amount of health anyway, even if I do end up killing this Rabombi. It is heavy duty boots, by the way. So he's probably 4 attacks Ramambi, which just threw me off. But we are going to lose to Shay 2-0, and it was still a pretty close battle in the end. I would have needed to flinch the Kyurem with the Iron Head because Iron Head doesn't, not flinch. I need a crit because the Iron Head alone doesn't knock out the Kyurem, but with a crit it would. But that's how the game is. We are going to lose 2-0. GG to Shay. Our undefeated streak in the PCP is going to end here at 7 games. We're going to move down to a 7-1 record. It's kind of unfortunate, but it's not really a big deal at this point because we're still going to go positive for the season. I'm still pretty happy overall about it. About this battle, everything was pretty average. I felt like my playing was kind of average. My prep was average, though going into the game I knew my prep was kind of average, so hopefully me playing well would kind of counter that, but I didn't. So that is how it is. We are going to move down to 0-3 against Shay because we just can't beat him. Hopefully we'll face in finals or something like that maybe and beat him there. That would be pretty nice for us. We did have a fair game this time, which was pretty nice. He doesn't have broken-ass Magirna on his team, or he didn't bring the Hitmonlee this time, so I guess this was a pretty even battle in my eyes, and I'm pretty happy that's how I wanted the battle to go anyway. But again, GG to Shay. We're going to move to 7-1. Next week we take on Iron, coach of the Murkrose. I don't remember what he has on his team. I just know he has a Mega Pidgeot, and I only remember that because I wanted Mega Pidgeot on this squad. But we don't have it. And that is going to be next week's video. Thank you guys for watching so much. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you like Pokemon Draft League content, consider subscribing to the channel. I'm going to head out of here. Have a fantastic day, YouTube.